All right, everyone, buckle up. Today we're diving into the courtroom drama of 2023 CR 7389, State of Texas versus Michael Hugo. This isn't just another case, it's a tense showdown with 6 years on the line, restitution demands, and the fate of probation hanging in the balance. We've got family testimony, conflicting accounts, and a video that only shows a fragment of the events. Did he hit the victim? Was it reckless, intentional, or a tragic accident? Stick around, because the twists and courtroom reveals are just getting started.
All right, court is calling 2023 CR 7389, State of Texas versus Michael Ugu. Ugu. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Defense?
Tony Hernandez on behalf of Mr. Ugu.
And are you Mr. Ugu?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you entered a plea of no contest to count one on January 22nd. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishments to be assessed at 6 years in the prison. The state is silent on your application, and there's to be restitution to Timothy Clay. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes, Judge.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI report, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
Judge, not so much an objection, but a clarification. My understanding is that the pre-sentence investigation report indicates different amounts for, I guess, claimed restitution. I understand that that the victim has been contacted earlier today, and that issue has been clarified, and that the restitution is about $4,000. Is that correct?
I guess, Judge, it's the $4,299.43.
Wait, 4,000 and what?
$299.43. It's on page 4 of the PSI, Judge.
All right, so why do they have in here? My medical bills are about $30,000.
So, Judge, I talked with the complainant. There is a civil lawsuit that's currently pending against the taxi cab company, and I believe also the defendant is listed in that. I did tell the complainant that he would have an opportunity if he asked or if he needed more time to gather any documentation of restitution, that we would be able to give him that opportunity if I requested a restitution hearing. He decided that the amount that was listed at the PSI, that $4,000, was sufficient.
All right, all right.
That is correct. There is a civil lawsuit in which Mr. Ugu was sued, as well as Greater San Antonio Transportation Company and a third corporation. So
All right. Any witnesses?
we have two.
All right, if you'll call your first witness. All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record. All right, defense?
Christian, you are Michael Ugu's brother, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that we are here today asking the court to grant his application for community supervision or probation, is that right?
Yes, sir.
You had indicated to me that you wanted to address the court on his behalf. What is it that you believe the court should know about your brother prior to making a decision in this case?
I have known him since I was a teenager. So, and he seemed to be a very caring brother.
I'm sorry, I need you to speak up just a
He seemed to be he seemed to be a very caring brother. Back in Nigeria, and moved over to the United States. So he always checks up on everybody. When he got into this issue, he told me about it. I said it doesn't seem like what he would do, but unfortunately, that's what is going on today. So I'm asking the court to please have a lenience on him. This is not something that since I know him, he's capable of doing, but today we're here.
Now, if the court were to order him to do grant his application for probation and order him to do certain things, classes, community supervision, whatever it is the court might think is appropriate, do you believe that Michael's the kind of person that can do those kind of things or follow directions?
Yes.
Do you believe that, if he was having any problems getting to his classes or doing what he needed to do as far as would you be willing to assist him in that matter?
Yes, I am the one that did his bond also, so I will stand by him.
Okay, so you've been supporting him.
All right, so excuse me, just one second. When you speak, if you could not turn towards the defense because it's hard for the court reporter to hear because your voice is going that way.
Thank you.
So you've been assisting him throughout this process, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And is it your intention to continue to support your brother?
Yes, sir.
Now, what if he's doing something that you don't think is proper or that's he was told by the court not to do? What would you do then?
I will encourage him to follow the instruction the court gave him, and I will urge that he will do that. But I don't think he will not follow the instruction by the court because he is not the type of person.
No.
Okay, I didn't understand the last part.
He's not the type of person that will not follow the instruction the court gave him. He always obey.
Okay.
Now, if he did do something that you thought was detrimental to either him or against the court order, would you be willing to reach out to his probation officer?
Definitely.
And why would you do that?
Because at the end of the day, if the probation officer will put him in check to make sure he follows the due process to his course of probation.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like the court to know on Michael's behalf?
Well, like I said earlier, just have mercy on him, and this is his first time. So someone have accused him of something like this. So maybe they can give me a chance. I believe in second chance in this life.
And to your knowledge, he's never had any felony offenses before, is that right?
No, this is the first trouble I will say he got into that I'm aware.
And to your knowledge, has he ever been in trouble in Nigeria?
No,
Thank you. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
thank you.
Any questions?
Nothing to say.
All right, thank you. Call your next witness.
Your Honor, it's James, and I'm gonna spell his last name. It's Ukejz.
All right, could you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth, that nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. You're going to need to keep your voice up so the court reporter can hear. If the court reporter cannot hear, I definitely won't be able to hear it. Then your testimony will have been for naught. You understand? All right, state your name for the record.
Chidabere Okeja.
All right.
Would you spell that for the court reporter, please?
It's spelled Ukeje, and the Chidabere spelled Chideber.
And you go by James, is that correct?
Correct.
Now, James, you're you know Michael Ugo, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And how is it that you know Michael?
I can't describe him like a perfect human being to me
No, how long have you known him?
for 8 years.
8 years.
Yes, sir.
And did you meet him here or in Nigeria?
I met him remotely.
I'm sorry?
I met him here.
Okay.
All
And
right, let's do this. Move him over more towards Daniel so the court reporter can hear, please. And so that I can hear.
you've known him for more than 8 years, is that right?
Yes, sir.
You've had a chance to interact with him on a regular basis, is that right?
Almost every day, sir.
Every day.
Yes, sir.
And what kind of work do you do?
Currently, right now, I'm driving Uber.
And is that how you met Michael as a driver?
I met him through his brother.
Okay. You've had a chance to get to know Michael pretty well, is that right?
Yes, sir.
You understand that today we're asking the court to grant Michael's application for deferred adjudication or community supervision, is that right?
Yes, sir.
You had indicated that you wanted to address the court and let the court know what kind of person Michael is, the Michael that you know. What is it that you would like the court to know?
Pretty much over years, I met him. He has been a nice, good friends to the brother. We used to play a lot every time, every day. Even the day of arrest, I was the one to pick up his car from the police station with his brother. So he's a nice man, so cool and calm. I never have any issues or quarrel with him over years.
When you found out what he was charged with, were you surprised by that?
Kind of surprised, and I told him I was asking how.
And is that kind of behavior unusual for Michael?
No, he never did. Never had a problem before.
Never had any problems
Never,
before?
no.
To your knowledge, since you've known him, has he had any problems with with people before?
Not till enough. So pretty much no.
And you're familiar that Michael's been driving taxis and Ubers and Lyfts for a while, is that right?
Yes, sir.
To your knowledge, has he had any problems with passengers in that respect?
Not till enough, only this one.
Now, if Michael were to be granted community supervision and he had any issues of living up to his responsibilities, would you be willing to help him?
Yes, sir.
If he needed transportation someplace, would you be willing to assist him?
Yes, I do.
Okay, if there was any other thing that the court required him to do that Michael needed assistance with, would you be willing to assist him?
Yes, I do.
Do you think Michael is capable of following instructions from the court and doing what he's supposed to do?
Yes, sir.
Confident that he can be successful?
Yes, sir.
Do you have anything else you'd like to tell the judge?
Mostly, in a video, but I would like to send, if there's any way we can tamper justice of the mercy, just to give him a chance. I know he won't come back here again.
Thank you. Pass it on, sir.
Thank you so much.
Any questions?
No, Judge.
All right, thank you. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
My name is Michael
Last name?
Ugo.
All right, defense?
Mr. Wu, you understand that the court is going to make a decision today on your application for deferred adjudication of community supervision. Is that right?
Yes,
You had indicated to me that you wanted to address the court prior to that decision. Is that right?
yes.
What is it that you want the judge to know before making a decision in this case?
Well, I want to ask the judge, tell the judge that since I've been in United States, I try to do anything that I know that is right to do. I try to do my job. I work 2 jobs, I work 3 jobs, and then I never try to do harm anybody, and I don't want to do that either. And if you can give me a chance, I do never want to come to this place anymore, not in my lifetime. I don't wish to come back here in my lifetime around this building.
All right, let's get to what happened.
Yes,
That's where I'm at.
thank you, Judge. On the night that this happened, do you recall the night that this incident happened?
The night that this incident happened, yes, I do.
Can you tell the judge what, from beginning to end, if you can, when you first got a call to go pick up these people, the victim, Timothy Clay, and I believe it was his mother, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. What was it like when you, just tell the court what happened when you picked them up? And where you picked them up from, if you recall?
I was waiting on the gas station where we used to pick up the PTI people, which is the people that drive the train. Those are the people that I usually pick up. I don't drive in the street. And I got a call. I thought it was the PTI. I clicked on it, and you can cancel it, because you cancel it, there'll be a penalty for that. They take you out from the clock for 1 hour. You can walk. So I try to go pick the people. When I get there, the mom, I was waiting for them. They didn't come. I tried to leave, and I called the phone and tell them that I'm about to leave. They said for me to wait, that they are coming. And when I get there, I only have like 15 minutes to call them and start the clock. And I start the clock. Before they get there, it's already $3.50, which is the night shift. Because in the morning, it's $2.50. In the night, it's $3.50. And they said, why was the mirror $3.50? I said, I don't make the mirror. I don't have anything to do with the mirror. Mirror has been set by the company. And then the mother get inside the car and calling the son and never showed up. I was trying to tell the woman, if you can go ahead and leave, so I can take the car and go back and stay so I don't lose my queue on the line. And the lady begged me, please, it's too cold. Let's have a patient for my son. And I waited there. When before the sun is gonna come, the meter is already $7 something. We got on the road, driving on the road. The mother said, man, I don't have the money to pay for this. It's already $10. I said, ma'am, I have no control how the meter go. Mine is to drive. So when I get to the place, I stop the car and the mother got off. They called the son, was sleeping on the back of the chair, on the rear back.
The third row.
Third row. And then keep calling the name, the boy didn't wake up. He keep calling, the boy didn't wake up. And then when they tried to pay me, they said they don't have no money. I am not saying this being kind of a racist. I look at the black people like me. I called the taxi company. I said, these people didn't pay me. They say for me, call police. I look at it, why am I gonna call police from them now? And then I leave the mother stepped out and leave and start calling the boy. The boy is still there, sleeping. I said, please, can you get down so I can leave? And then I drove my car. And when she got off from the car, she hit it on the car, he hit on my car and spit all over me, and then walk away. I drove her back, and then I left. When I leave, when I was leaving, maybe the time he's hitting on me, I don't know if I hit him or not, but I can't tell you I didn't hit him. I can't tell you I hit him because the whole thing, it was like,
Oh, let's just stop right there. Have you seen the video?
no, what I'm saying is, I can't tell you if I hit him or not because the thing is, I was driving back, and then it was something when you're driving on the drive-through, one is like the pavement when you're climbing down, and if I climb down that pavement, we hit the car because the taxi was not owned by me, it was owned by the company, and anything that happens to it, you have to pay for it. So
Let's slow down there and kind of get to the judge's point here. You said that you backed up and that you were concerned that backing up because I guess the difference in height between the street and the driveway would damage your vehicle.
Yes.
Okay, but you've seen the video in this case, right?
Yes.
And do you recall pulling forward first and then reversing?
Yeah, I moved forward.
Okay. Now, did you in the video you saw Mr. Clay there, is that right? You see him on the side of your vehicle, right?
Yes.
Okay. That night though, did you see him there that night? You remember seeing him on the side of your vehicle that night when you pulled forward?
Actually, when he was on the front,
Yes.
I don't know if I can't really tell you exactly how all those things happen.
Okay.
Honestly, because this have been long time.
Oh, well, let me just stop you right there.
Yes, yes.
Do you need to see the video? Because the video is in the steps. You want to watch that with your attorney?
I think we've seen it enough, Judge.
Well, I mean, because he appears to be saying something that's different from what the court remembers in the video.
I don't believe he is, Judge. I think he's trying to tell the court that he did pull forward and that he backed up and that.
Well, no, he's saying that the complainant's mother spit on him.
No, complainant's mother.
No, he spit on you?
Yeah.
And hit you?
Yes.
All right, is that in the video?
You know, it did. Oh, sorry.
Judge, the video is doorbell cam from across the street that only catches certain things. It doesn't, it's not the vehicle's video. Although it had it, the video did have I'm sorry, the vehicle was equipped with a video, but evidently something the taxi company says they can't find it, Judge. The video isn't, that the courts, that's in the evidence, Judge, is just a brief few, I think it's about actually maybe 12, 15 seconds of the activity. It's not the entire video. In fact, you don't even see the mother who got out, I think a considerable amount of time before that. You don't even see her getting out. I think all you see is Mr. Clay on the side, and then you see Mr. Clay, it looks like he's crouched down or something, standing up. And then at that point, Mr. Ugo is backing up again, and Mr. Clay is walking up to the house. It's just a very few seconds.
Okay.
A few seconds, just so.
All right,
I
you can
believe
ask more questions.
I'm sorry?
I said you can ask more questions.
Thank you. So you're not denying that you may have hit him, is that right? You don't tell the court you don't recall.
I don't recall. I'm not,
Okay. But either way, as a driver, you understand that you have an obligation to be on the lookout for people on both sides of your vehicle, is that right?
of course.
Okay. And if you did hit him, then you didn't live up to that obligation, fair to say?
If I hit him, I didn't do it on purposes. I don't mean to hit him. I don't want to hit nobody.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Mr. Good. That's what I wanted to clarify for the court. Now, if the court is to give you an opportunity on your probation on deferred adjudication of community supervision, are you willing to do whatever the court asks you to do?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that you can be successful on community supervision or probation?
100%.
And as far as your criminal history, this is your only felony, is that correct?
Yes,
And I think the PSI indicates that there were 2 other cases you had misdemeanors that were either dismissed or rejected in some way, is that correct?
yes.
And that you don't have any criminal history in Nigeria, do you?
No,
Your work history, the PSI indicates that you were working from 2005 to 2016 for the same company, Baptist Health System, is that right?
yes,
Okay, were you steadily employed with that company?
yes, I was, but I'm not working with them.
No, I understand. And since that time, I think you told the court earlier, you've been working 2 and 3 jobs at a time, is that right?
Yes,
Why are you working 2 or 3 jobs at a time?
to support my wife to go to nursing school
Okay. And your family, your kids?
and my children.
And the 2 of you are actually separated at this point, is that right?
Yes,
And I think that's indicated in the PSI also. The PSI also indicates that you don't have any drug or alcohol issues. Do you use drugs or drink at all?
I don't smoke, I don't drink.
And you believe that you can be successful if given an opportunity on community supervision?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Could pass that witness, Judge.
Any questions?
Just a couple, Judge. Really briefly, Mr. Ulu, would it surprise you that in the PSI, you never once mentioned that the complainant struck you?
I told the lady.
Have you had a chance to review the PSI?
No, I told the lady exactly. She asked me.
No, the question is, have you had a chance to review the PSI?
Mm,
Would you like a chance?
Just Mr. Uga's reading level is evidently rather low according to the PSI. I'm sorry.
I didn't understand you.
Judge, Mr. Ugu's reading level is rather low according to the pre-sentence
All right.
report. It's around level 1, but I will tell the court that I read him that entire document.
All right. Do you need your attorney to reread to you that report?
he read it to me.
My question is, do you need him to reread it to you?
No, ma'am.
All right. And when you say his reading level is at a certain point, that's the English language, correct?
It didn't specify, Judge. His education level is also very low.
Mhm.
And I think it's not as low as his reading level. But it would be, I would assume it's English, yes.
All right, then you can ask your questions.
The only other thing I'll ask, Judge, would the court be able to play the disc?
Right. I tell you what, this is what I'll do. I am going to let you all sit back so that he can rewatch the video. And it's a video from the vehicle that night,
It's a video from the doorbell.
from the doorbell,
It's
yes.
a ring camera, Judge.
All right, so if you all step back and watch that, and if you will talk to him about his PSI report.
Yes, Judge.
Okay,
I
thank you.
can do that.
All right, we're gonna go back on the record. And 2023 CR 7389, Michael Ugu. Could I have parties re-announced for the state
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
defense?
It's only as long as it happens.
All right, and did you have a chance to review everything, Mr. Ugu?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state, you may continue with your questions.
So, Mr. Wu, so you saw the video right during the clip, is that correct?
Yes,
And you saw from at least the video that it was a well-lit area, is that correct?
yes,
You also saw that you turned right into the driveway, is that correct?
yes,
But then once you made contact with the complainant, you reversed, went back to your original position and then turned left, is that correct?
yes, I turned because I wanted to take off from the same way that I came.
Right, but again, my point is that you had the ability to turn left from the beginning, is that correct?
No, I can't turn left because I didn't come that way.
I know, but what I'm saying is, because you're doing a U-turn, start your turn by going right. In the video, you reverse, go back to the original spot, then you turn left and do a U-turn, right?
I went in, then I went out, back off to turn out, to go the same way.
It's okay, sir. The video shows what it shows.
Okay.
Pass the witness.
Any other questions?
No, no, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
All right. I'll hear argument.
Judge has stayed silent, so.
No, I mean, yes, thank you.
Judge, Mr. Ugu is 46 years old. He has no prior felony criminal history, and his only misdemeanor history has been dismissed. We specifically asked in this, when we pled on this particular case, we specifically asked for the inclusion of the word reckless in the indictment that Mr. Ugu pled no contest to, Judge, and we did that for a specific reason. Mr. Ugu has testified that he did not see him, Mr. Clay there, and that he did not intentionally hit Mr. Clay. And that is true. Mr. Ugu understands, though, that as a driver of a vehicle, he has an obligation to be on the lookout for individuals. And in this particular case, he understands that he was at least reckless in that regard. He's not trying to, he reported some things that, well, he testified to some things that happened prior to this video. And that he indicated that he told the probation officer that was doing this report. They're not included in there, and I don't think Mr. Ugu is looking to in any way deny responsibility or shove responsibility onto Mr. Clay for those actions, because he knows that that wasn't related to the particular driving facts. You know, it's just his recollection of what happened that night. This video that we see, and it's part of the evidence, was very challenging to obtain, Judge. And for some reason, the officers that obtained this particular video didn't get any more than what they actually obtained. I would imagine that there would have been much more to that particular video or subsequent videos, since when everybody agrees that the mother gets out of the van, you never see the mother in that video anywhere. So we know that there's just a small snippet of what happened that night. We did the best we could to get the actual videos from the vehicle, because taxis have, and his particular taxi did in fact have videos, but that evidently was lost with the taxi company. And being that there's a civil claim pending, it's not surprising, Judge. But in regards to Mr. Ugu, Judge, he has no prior criminal history. He is an American citizen. He's a naturalized citizen. It appears from everything is set out in this report that he would be a good candidate for probation. He's got a steady work history. He had the same employer from 2005 to 2016. Since that time and up until the time that he was arrested on this case, he was working 2 and 3 different jobs. He's been a CNA for years. He is certified as a CNA. He lost that job when he got indicted on this case. He's been working, trying to drive for different companies. I'm not sure if the court understood what he was talking about with the railroad, but what happens is there was a contract with the railroad that he was a driver for the engineers and such that work on the railroad. And so that's a specific little unique area that he was working in. So, you know, Judge, he's accepting responsibility. He doesn't remember everything that happened and doesn't, didn't necessarily see Mr. Clay there, but he's not trying to deny that he was reckless about not looking out for that Mr. Clay. So I think that is clear, Judge. So he is accepting responsibility in that sense. The PSI indicates that he's got some health problems, some heart problems, some high blood pressure. He was in the hospital for a couple of weeks. He's, interestingly, Judge, on the goal section of that particular report indicates that he wants to be a good father, and he wants to learn also the ways of this particular country. So he's got aspirations of getting better, Judge, of being a better person. And he didn't in that PSI interview, he didn't say, poor me, I want to be free. He says, I want to be a better father. I want to learn to be a better father. I want to learn the customs and such of this particular country that he's naturalized into and he's made his home. So I think that's important, Judge, and I think that's reflective of the kind of person that Mr. Ugu is. He has family support, his brother's here, his representing his family, his parents are back in Nigeria. His friend took off work today, came to support him. So he does have a stable history support system, Judge. We believe, Judge, that he would be a very good candidate for deferred adjudication. And I don't think that you'll ever see him before this court again, Judge.
Okay, so here are my questions. It appears, and I want both parties to correct me if I'm wrong. What appears to have happened is you have 2 complainants. Both of them are intoxicated, according to the police report. There's some issue about the fare to be paid for the service of driving them from one location to the other location. What has been cleared up for the court is that he was waiting for them and the meter was running as he was waiting. It appears that the complainants were upset that the meter is running and they're not in the vehicle. And then they go to the location. There is some discussion about money. The complainants say he wanted his money up front as opposed to when they were dropped to the location. Guess there's some discrepancy in that because he's testifying no. Then the complainant's mother leaves the vehicle, goes to the house, and then the second complainant gets hit by the vehicle. The complainants then called the taxi service first, as opposed to calling the police. And then they call the police, but they don't want the sirens or anything else of that nature. Is that the scenario? Am I missing something here?
To fill in a couple, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I don't believe so, Judge.
All right.
A little few tidbits, Judge. Mr. Ugo was contacted by the taxi company and told that there was a bag that was left in the back of his cab. He looked in his back of his cab, he found it, he took it to the taxi company. So I don't know if that's what they were calling about or not, but I know that Mr. Ugo from the beginning has told me that the taxi company called him. There was a bag, he found it, shoved it between the third row at the back, and he took it back to the taxi company. And he told the taxi company what had happened, and he wasn't paid at all. From my understanding was that when they arrived at the house, they had like $5 to pay for the taxi cab. And Mr. Ugu was didn't accept it.
Okay. Anything else, State? I know you're silent, but anything else to the facts that defense counsel has given to the court?
I think Judge, no real facts added as to the bag. I know that the complainant indicated that they attempted to get the bag back. They attempted to call the company later. I would say the only facts is I know it's a little bit confusing. My understanding is that one of the family members walked to a gas station to report it, while others were at the home reporting it. That's the only other thing that I think that.
Oh.
We've never heard that. I'm not just disputing that. I didn't ever see that in the discovery.
Okay. All right. This is what the court is going to do. I know the complainant doesn't want you to have probation. They think you should be in prison. But my job is to make the decisions with the information that I have and to look at it objectively. And sometimes if you're the complainant and involved in a situation, you can't look at it objective. That's why you're not on the jury. What is the issue? We covered the issue with regards to restitution. Other than that $2,000, there's no other restitution?
I believe it's 4,200.
Okay, 4,299 or something?
There's three different numbers.
Oh, it's $4,299.43. And is that the only restitution?
Again, the complainant indicated that he had other bills. I gave him the opportunity if he wanted me to ask for restitution hearing. He said that number was fine. That was the number that he was okay with us going with.
All right. All right, the court will sentence you to 8 years deferred adjudication. There's to be restitution in the amount of $4,299.43 to Timothy Clay. There's to be no contact with Timothy Clay. And what do you do for a living now?
Here, I just started.
Started-
Respite care.
No. He started last week with Rescare, RESCARE. It took me a while to figure it out, but Judge, what it is, the company that provides drivers for people that live in group homes, private group homes. It's like a assisted living facility, except it's in a private home. And his job is to transport them to doctor's appointments, transport them to grocery store, wherever they need to go. And then he stays at the facility and administers. He doesn't administer medication. He watches the people take the medication that they're supposed to take to make sure that they're taking what they're supposed to take when they're supposed to take it. And then he locks the medicine up. He doesn't evidently, I think he hands them the bottle, but they do everything else. And then they hand them back the bottle. And he puts
Wait,
it in
who
the-
does he hand the bottle to?
The residents there, they're assisted
young.
living. They're not incapable. It's
They're okay, they can,
Yeah.
they can
They're
take
mentally
their
competent.
medicine, they cook their food, I will make sure they didn't take overdose. If I give them the medicine, I will read the bottle and see if the doctor tell them take one in the morning, I'll make sure they take one, they didn't take two. And then I'll write it on the paper, make sure that is two. I put it on the counter and lock it up.
So Rest Care doesn't have a nurse for this. People are just taking shortcuts all over the place, aren't they?
Yes, Judge.
Ms. Abrams? Should he be working at this Rest Care handing out medication? I don't even know if that's legal to do. Here's the thing, I don't even know if that's legal for him to do that.
We get trained over there, they train us how to give those things. And
What, a
most-
one-day training?
Yes, and they will tell us if they don't wanna take it, they said no, just get it from them, put it on the counter and lock it back. And then the medicine and themselves, they can request it, they know the time to take it. They know all their medicine, they cook
So here's the thing. I don't know what's happening at rest care, but I know that shouldn't be happening. And you just told me that his reading level is not such where you had to read the
That's-
PSI report for him,
Yes,
and yet they have him passing out medication?
it's worse than that, Judge. They pay him $9 an hour.
Oh, well, rest care. He's not allowed to pass out medications at rest care. He can drive, but he's not allowed to pass out medications.
I don't pass it. I give it,
Oh, you're not allowed to give them
I
medication?
can't give it to them. They know their medicine, all of them.
Yeah.
They are aware.
No, this is what I want you to understand.
Yes.
I'm not going to allow you to do that. I can't believe rest care is allowing that. Rest care should have somebody there who's actually either a licensed nurse to do that. I mean, otherwise,
That's the way all of.
some people have a need, I'm not going to say this, but I have relatives who are not even out of high school. Do they want to hire them and pay them $9 to look at a bottle of medication and say, oh, here's your medication, and then I'll lock it up if you don't take it? I don't know what's happening with rest care. I don't know what's happening with people who run home health care providers. I guess some people don't care what's happening at places where people are vulnerable, but I'm not going to allow him to do that part of the job. As far as transporting, I don't even know if he should be driving. What's happened with regards to his license with this incident?
His license is fine, but it wasn't affected by it.
All right.
He just can't find work
Well,
as a driver.
I mean, you're gonna have to find something else. There's McDonald's, there's Chick-fil-A, there's Whataburger, there's Bill Miller's. You're gonna have to work somewhere else. And they'll pay you more than $9 an hour. I think McDonald's is paying more. So you can't work at a home healthcare provider. I don't allow people who are on probation in my court to work as a home healthcare provider or work with minors. All right, 8 years deferred adjudication, restitution in the amount of $4,299.43 to Timothy Clay. No contact with Timothy Clay. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And probation, his handing out medications to people, I consider that is being a home health care provider, and he's not allowed to do it. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be regular UAs, 200 hours of community service restitution. How many children do you have? What are their ages?
I have a 23. I have a 12. I have 14. And then I have a 12, 23, and 16, and then Destiny 14.
All right. I'm going to ask for 200 hours community service restitution. He's going to do parenting classes. Once he completes that, the restitution hours will be deemed satisfied. He's going to take anger management and defensive driving. And there'll be a field visit one time per month for 3 months. And then at discretion. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No,
All right, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
yes.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. In this court, communication is key. If there's something that you don't understand, just let us know so that we can communicate appropriately. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge. Maybe excuse.
Yes.
This wasn't just another day in court. This was Michael Hugo's moment where every word, every witness, every action mattered. The case started simple enough. 2023 CR 7389, State of Texas versus Michael Hugo, a plea of no contest. 6 years. On the line, restitution pending. One chance to convince the court that he could be trusted. One shot at probation. Family support was there. His brother, his friends, all standing, telling the judge he was a good man, responsible, caring, hard-working, a man who had driven taxis and Ubers for years, supporting his family, working 2-3 jobs at a time, trying to do right by those he loved. The witnesses spoke. They vouched for his character. They described him as calm, dependable, someone who had never had serious trouble before. They asked for a second chance, emphasizing it was his first felony. A mistake, yes, but not a pattern. Not yet. Then came Michael's own testimony. Honest, direct, yet careful. He recounted the night in question, the pickups, the passengers, the meter running, the confusion, the miscommunication, a mother's son asleep in the back seat, the fare, climbing as time passed, frustration boiling. And then the altercation. He described every moment as he remembered it. The mother getting out, spitting, hitting the car. The attempt to drive safely while navigating a difficult situation. The confusion, the fear, the split-second decisions that would now be under a microscope. Video evidence complicated the story. Partial, fragmented, showing only snippets of what happened. Some of what Michael described wasn't captured. Some moments left to interpretation. The court had to decide. Was he reckless, or was it an accident? Was there intent, or only circumstance? The PSI report painted a picture of a man striving to be better. Health concerns, heart problems, high blood pressure, yet still trying to provide, still trying to work, still trying to learn and adapt to life in a new country. A man who said, "I don't want to come back here again, not in my lifetime." But despite character witnesses and work history, the case wasn't just about him as a person. It was about the actions, the obligation, the duty of a driver to protect those around him. And the court had to weigh everything carefully: his honesty, his testimony, the video, the circumstances, the law. Questions were sharp, clarifications precise. Every detail examined: the timing, the meter, the U-turn, the vehicle, the mother, the son. The stakes were clear: deferred adjudication, probation, or prison. Michael answered truthfully. He accepted responsibility where appropriate. He admitted limitations. He explained confusion. He expressed willingness to follow any court-mandated supervision. And yet, the law demanded more than intent. It demanded accountability. At the heart of the courtroom, one truth remained: good character can mitigate, but it cannot erase negligence. Effort matters, but duty comes first in the end. The decision would hinge on balance. Mercy weighed against the obligation to uphold safety and the law. Witnesses had spoken. Evidence had been presented. The defendant had answered, and the judge had to choose. Because in this courtroom, as in all courts, the stakes were simple. You don't just face consequences for mistakes. You face them for the reality of your choices, the pattern of your actions, and whether you can truly be trusted to protect others while living free. And that decision would shape the next chapter of Michael Hugo's life forever.